All right, I think we're ready to get started. Everyone's got my pamphlet I sent out.
I didn't get one.
There's
I
no
forgot mine at home.
No pamphlet.
Forgot mine. Am I in trouble?
Yes.
Get
Okay.
spanked.
So this is squatting in Tarkov. Solution to the 5-man paradox. This is spawned from frustration of last night and past raids. When you're running with too many people. What is a squad? We'll start with that. Merriam-Webster's dictionary defines a squad as a small number of soldiers, simple for a driller, some specific task. Urban Dictionary describes squad as slang for a group of friends, and squad in Hawaiian is Pula'akikoa. Mont knows that.
Fu'alikoa.
Ualikoa.
Now
Fu'alikoa.
we define what a squad is. So yes, we're a group of friends, but also soldiers. We're here to have fun, right? But fun in Tarkov is making rubles, and making rubles is surviving. So then, why, when you play with too many people, is Tarkov not fun at all? In fact, it's very frustrating. Pros of squads on paper. Playing with friends is fun. Tarkov is definitely more fun when you're playing with a group of friends. Not as fun solo. It becomes less spooky when you got someone right behind you, to the side of you. You're not spooked by every little noise, you know? You're not a little rat scurrying around the map. Oh yeah, that's like another good one. More players. If you spawn with a 5-man, that's 4 less people that you gotta worry about spawning to come kill you. Insurance return, another great thing. And then yeah, it lets you play completely differently. From being a little rat to just YOLOing around the map, stomping around. And the last one is just like sharing meds, keys, that kind of thing. If anyone has anything to add, pros of squads, go ahead.
Fun.
Yeah.
Fun.
It do be fun though.
The cons. It's hectic. Requires way more brain power to keep track of 4 people than it does by yourself, a couple. Comms get very cluttered. Can't hear vital callouts during final fights if everyone's yelling. Team kills, terrible thing to have when you're grouping with people. That'll kill fun real quick and make people rage quit. YOLO mindset of having 5 people definitely leads to people getting lazy and playing stupider. Less loot. When you got 5 people, you got to divide that loot across the map against 5 people instead of just you know? And the final one is, like, if you die in a 5-man, 2 minutes in, you can run a scab, but sometimes you're just waiting around, not doing anything. That kind of sucks. Not all groups are created equal. Things that change the group size, the experience of the players, and their play styles. That'll all make a group less cohesive and lead to frustration. The less players you have, the more alert you are. The more players you have, the more balls you have. We'll start with duos. They got all the benefits of playing in a group with almost no negatives. You got someone to watch your back, so you're not as scared, you know? You only have to keep track of that one guy, which is great. So when you got a 5-man, you got to keep track of 4 people during a firefight. It's crazy. I put a little star here because there is a little negative. You start to get maybe the slightest bit lazier, slightest less alert, because you're just going to assume that your teammate's watching your back. But it's still not as bad as when you're with a 5-man. No real loss in loot. Maybe you can even get more loot with a 2-man. You know, you might be able to push that Zavatki Rashala, or maybe you couldn't do that solo. You could definitely do it too. And another great part about duos is you can, if you get in a bad firefight or a bad situation, you could very easily get those 2 people out of there. Whereas in a 4 or 5-man, you're kind of stuck in that, or people aren't able to disengage as well. Comments, concerns, questions?
Nope.
All right, 3-man. We're flying closer to the sun now. We're getting close to that bad number. Comms can still be good, but they very heavily depend on squad members. If there's one person that doesn't, no callouts, that's going to throw you for a loop. Games can, like I said, can be great if the comms are good, but 3 is definitely still enough to lead to confusion. one more person gives you a little more balls to maybe fight a 2-stack, a solo dude. It's easier to get your gear out. The cons, definitely louder. 2 versus 3, you're just going to make more noise. Loot starts getting a little bit diluted. And this is one thing that I'm going to touch on more and more, is that the goals begin to dilute. As a 2-man, you probably have the same goal, whatever that is, looting, whatever. With a 3-man, you might have one guy going and looking for PvP, one guy looking in for loot, and one guy, I don't know, maybe questing or something. The 4-stack, we have jumped the shark officially. The group will most assuredly descend into chaos without a clear, specific goal or strong leadership. Comms are now a complete mess. 4 people all calling out the location can lead to some crazy situations if someone's not paying attention. What'll happen very frequently is someone will say, "Hey, I'm right in front of a gas station," and immediately the person will say, "Hey, Milk, are you in front of a gas station?" And you go, "Yeah, I just said that. What the fuck?" Group awareness has gone completely out the window at this point. There's too many feet steps to really keep track of. So you either get really jumpy and want to shoot everything, or you get way too complacent and you're going to let someone run up on you. A pack of cats. Instead of a tight pussy, people start spreading out in search of loot. You know, there's only so many spots to loot each little interest point of the map. If Tommy and Colin go into gas station, I'm not going in there. I'm going to go around the back and look for some more loot, right? You start spreading out. And then, yeah, it's really hard to become mobile in a 4-stack if you get in a fight. You definitely almost can't run away. Maybe one guy can run away while the rest die. And loot is very divided. Yes?
Yep.
Oh, the dreaded 5-man. Or is that you? We're in complete clusterfuck territory now. There's now 5 people, each with their own goal and their each style of play. Even the best comms are cluttered, and you're not hearing footsteps anymore. Alertness is super, super low, because you're just assuming, hey, Smot, he checked that corner. I don't need to check that corner. And there could be very well a dude sitting there that's going to blast you. A hatchling running in the middle of you guys can totally lead to you shooting each other because you don't know is that you or not. Loud as fuck with 5 people sprinting around the map. Firefights can go south fast if one person is out of position. If you forgot to hear that Tommy said, "Hey, I'm flanking," and you start shooting him and he yells, "Oh fuck, you're shooting me." Now you're stopping shooting, but actually that's not Tommy. Tommy's getting shot by the other team, and that guy that you are shooting is the enemy, and now he's killed you. And now you're pissed. It's cumbersome. It's impossible to disengage. And another terrible effect is the lemming effect, where your teammate gets stuck in a bad situation. The other 4 turn around to go save him, and then it's just complete. Band-Aid fixes that have kind of worked for us in the past. Armbands. We don't always employ them. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. It is a last resort, maybe a split second. Oh shit, that's Tommy's yellow piss boy armband. I'm not going to shoot him. It doesn't fix everything though, because you still need to be alert and aware. It doesn't take the place of that. It's more of a, oh shit. And another thing that kind of worked for us was the buddy system. You know, sticking in 2 groups, so it's almost like you're in a duo. Who's that?
Welcome to the TED Talk. Have a seat.
Hey, Kemp. Take a seat. Anywhere in the front? Let's see where I'm at. Okay. Buddy system. Yeah. So anyway, I was talking about the buddy system. It's basically to make it like you're running a duo with anything more than 2 people. One thing I was thinking of, maybe could, and this is kind of how it works out. We have a forward team and a rear guard team. The forward team's usually going to be someone like John, who's going to W key no matter what. You stick somebody with him because he's always going to be pushing. And then you have the rear guard that can sit back a little bit and not play as aggressively. Like I said, ideally, the forward team's scouting out the next area, while the rear guard, they could get a little bit of looting in. But really, they should be watching our backs, making sure no one's sneaking up on us, and kind of just surveying the land where they're at forwardly. This allows forward team to hear rat footsteps before the whole 5-man comes in. And again, this is just Band-Aid fixes that we've kind of attempted in the past. Okay. This is how our runs usually work. We, for the most part, will go in with no set plan. Usually, someone will just pick a direction and we'll start heading that way while looting. Our goal is real loose. It's usually just, I don't know, let's make some money, maybe kill people. For example, sometimes our goal is just dependent on the spawn. On reserve, if we spawn at butt crack, well, we're definitely going to loot the crates underneath. But if we spawn by, I don't know, like helicopter, we might go try to Gluhar hunt. Customs, we usually have a little bit better of a plan. It'll be like, oh, we're going to go Rashala hunting. But as soon as he's not at gas station, we usually just start meandering around the map a little bit, just with no real goal. And the problem is, everyone's got their own pace of play and the way they play when they're solo. And everyone, like I said, it's got different goals. Some people want to go kill, some people want to loot. It definitely leads to a breakdown in comms, definitely leads to people spreading out, and that's what causes so much frustration. Hard facts learned over 2 years, should be years. I think we can all agree that you make more money solo, and then you spend it all in groups. Smot said that multiple times. Thank you, Milk. Thank you. Breaking that down. Doing loot-oriented runs negates all the best parts of the 5-man and replace it with usually one person getting all the best loot while everyone else gets scraps. Or more likely, one person gets loot and the other people die. At best, the average squad member is literally getting 1/5 the loot if you think about it, if everyone survives. So why do we run maps for loot then? Rumple's radical solution. It's simple. We don't loot anymore. Instead, we only go for kills, baby. Just PvP! Let's do this! We use our numbers to destroy solos, duos, and player scavs. If we've already established you're only getting 1/5 of the money, and that you shouldn't be running loot runs in groups because it's pointless because we always lose money, why don't we just go fucking PvP all the goddamn time? I'm talking no looting at all when we spawn in, just W keying to that first spawn and looking to kill those dudes. Remember when you're brand new and you're like, oh shit, you mean there's a 5-man can spawn when I'm solo? And you're like, yeah, and it seems scary, but you don't really run into too many 5-mans, do you? Well, why don't we become a death squad and be that fear of that fucking level 1 solo dude? Talking min-max, Colin, your favorite thing. Min-max our PvP potential while not looting anymore. Makes us super edgy and deadly. Think of the benefits. One goal.
That just happened to me.
What's up?
That literally just happened to me.
What's that?
These dudes, I was playing a solo as a level 1, and these dudes ran up on me, smoked me. Pretty sure they teabagged me.
Okay, the benefits. Like I said, one goal means one focus. Instead of people looking around for loot on the ground, loose loot, everyone's just looking to fucking kill somebody. You can keep tabs on your squad way better. That probably increase people coming together better and not losing track of everyone. Comms are going to be more clear because we're really just looking to kill. Chaos is minimized. Brain stress is less. The fun returns. That's what we're looking for, baby. Make more memorable raids. Who cares about killing AIs and looting duffel bags? The best part of Tarkov is getting in crazy fights. We become a 5-stack of death. Potential problems. This is the reality, is maybe we're not going to get as much loot anymore, you know? If we only kill 1 or 2, like, Timmy's leveled 5 guys, we might not get loot that way. It's definitely a possibility, but I say we try it for a little bit and see how it plays out. Some solutions to this. Tarkov communism, which you tried in the past, where there's like a sniper team and then a ground team that goes and collects the loot and then we distribute at the end. That seems to work pretty good. Hunt player scavs after the PMCs have left. Oh, hello. Hey, come on in.
Oh, take a seat.
Anywhere next to Tommy over there? Where's that? Yeah, killing scavs. So basically just waiting longer in the raid. Scavs seem to accumulate loot, and then they're like little loot pinatas for us to kill. And then another thing is, say we do run through the whole map of customs, and we end up getting to the ZBs. Maybe we set up some weird hybrid where some people are watching and we can loot that. But instead of looting through the entire map and having our awareness be down the entire time, it's just that one little zone where we kind of can just run to extract if we need to. And then the final thing is just saying, fuck it, we're just going to kill people. Who cares about loot, right? Housekeeping? If you don't know the callouts by this point, you can't get mad when we leave you behind. And if you get caught looting and you look up and we're all gone down the road and we ain't waiting for you, we got to keep going, you know? It's on you to keep up with the group. This is also to stop the lemming effect where one dude gets separated and all 4 of us go back and end up dying for no reason. This doesn't pertain to you, Kemp. You haven't been playing long enough. Tommy! Sorry.
Cheers.
Learn the callouts. We have maps with common callouts in the Discord. Y'all are going to laugh at this, but John got one of his IT guys to like figure out a Discord bot that's going to somehow analyze our callouts and then make a graph or something. I don't know. It's pretty crazy. You got to ask him about it, but it's basically going to analyze our callouts and figure out how to plot them on the map. Really, the only map that I don't have good callouts for is customs, just because there's so many little tiny spots. But I'm looking for like
we got some good ones though.
Yeah,
I feel like that's one
there's
we
definitely
do
like
best.
callouts that we don't have, like A-frame and Sniper Hill and all that. But I'm looking for like a Photoshop or something like that. If you don't have the second monitor, you can always print them out, you know, or just pull up your phone. Final thoughts. If you have a group bigger than 3, there needs to be a defined goal, or chaos will ensue eventually, and we'll get pissed and rage quit for them. Having a quest is that actually works, you know, like, hey, we got to get in the factory, we got to plant this fucking tool sets, because all of us are focused on that one. The entire group can't agree on a goal, then maybe we split the group. If we got a 5-man and some people want to loot and some people want to PvP, why fight that and bang our heads against the board? Just split up. Thank you for coming to my Tarkov TED Talk. Any thoughts?
Hell yeah. 1, thanks for this presentation. That was pretty awesome. I'm glad you put in the work.
Wait.
for this.
Can you hear me clapping?
2, pit up. We cannot.
We can't.
I can't. It's a good thing. That's a good thing. I hear that. 2, also things that I think could help us out. 1 is having a squad leader.
I agree with that one for sure.
Per raid or whatever. Like, that's just an idea. Definitely could help. Where just one guy makes the decisions or whatever. And also, I was thinking of potentially employing the General Sam strategy, where we all wear very similar weird ass clothing that no one's probably gonna wear.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a good idea.
If Rump had paused for thoughts after that slide about the armbands, I was gonna bring that up. We tried that like last
Like a
fight
face
for a
mask
little
or
bit.
some shit, you know?
Yeah.
I think every time we do group leads or squad leads, that works pretty well too.
True.
I know we've done that in the past a couple times.
Just like, you know, like Smot and Milk, and I'll tell you, you really do. Well, I mean, not every time, but you do lose money when you run.
Oh yeah, I lost like 2 million.
Why rat run when you got a group of 5 people that can just go kill it?
I really like that, dude. I was getting a little chubby up when you were like, "All right, we're just gonna kill everybody." I was like, "All right, this is great."
Yeah.
That is the crux of this. I just had to trick y'all to that point.
That's true, though. You should play into the strength that you have with your numbers.
Any other way to 5-man's work better that y'all could think of? All right, you want to go kill some people?
Other than like fucking,
Yeah, let's try this.
like, just over time, like establishing sort of like, this guy usually does this guy usually does that in this scenario.
Right. Yeah.
You
And I
know,
was thinking,
almost like a playbook of, you know, very
for
loose
sure.
term.
Yeah. And I was thinking too, if we eventually just become like, and again, this is only for like 4 or 5 stacks, not necessarily 3 or duos. But like, if we do go straight PvP for 4 to 5 stacks, yeah, I think people will eventually start falling in roles that will know, you know, like he's always going to snipe, he's probably going to rock a shotgun, that kind of thing. He's going to flank.
And so let's make a plan on this raid that we're gonna do.
Oh, I think I skipped over at one of these, but I think it's best to trial this out in customs just because it's like a nice linear map.
Yeah.
Reserve
Customs
is like way too hectic.
It's a good map. I think everybody knows like pretty much all the major callouts and knows how to get to them and shit, you know.
based on where we spawn, we should have different plans, right?
Yeah, that's true too, to a degree. I feel like where we spawn, like
Type of the plan. Which the nearest spot.
Yeah, like
yeah, exactly, right? Like I feel like spawn rushing is such a powerful thing in Tarkov because it's the only time in the raid where you know they're gonna be, you know.
yeah.
After 10
feel like-
minutes, anyone could be anywhere.
We can like split the map into like quadrants or something, like 4 different quadrants. Because I mean, I feel like you just spawn in each corner of the map, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, man. This was to get Cell all chubbed up too, but he's not even here. What a lum. Smot, are you there?
Well done, sir. Thank you for the fine presentation.
Thoughts, concerns?
Hope you come back.